Hey, kindergarteners, it's Mr. Marshall at Stony Lane. I heard that you are starting new kinds of writing in your writing workshop. Is that true? Okay, so you're going to be starting the kind of writing where you tell a true story about something that happened to you. Okay, that's really exciting because people will get to know you and all about all the different things that you do and things you care about. So, but let me tell you about a problem that real writers have. Are you ready for the problem? Here's the problem. The problem is that sometimes a real writer like you kind of doesn't know what to write about. Is that true? Does that ever happen to you? It happens to me. It happens to all the writers that I know. So, one thing that you can do, are you ready for this? One thing that you can do is you can think about things that are important to you in your heart and think of something that happened one time with that important thing. Okay, so let me show you how that works. Here is something that writers use. This is called a heart map. Okay, it's a map of my heart. Okay, and inside your heart, there are things that you care about, aren't there? Right? There are things that you care about. And something that you can do is you can think of all the things that are in your heart and try to think of stories about them. Okay, so watch, I'm going to show you how this works. So, this is my heart. This is my heart. So in my heart, I've got lots of different stuff, right? In my heart, I have stuff like, um, I have stuff like my wife. She's in my family, Mrs. Marshall, right? I have 4 kids in my house. I have a boy and 3 girls. Did you know that? So I'm going to put my kids in my heart because they're a big part of my heart, right? I have school because I love being in school and being a principal. So that's in my heart. What else is in my heart? Um, you know what I love? I love dogs. I have funny stories about things that have happened with me and with dogs. And so you see what I'm doing? I'm putting all these different parts of my heart and I'm naming things that I care about, right? I love camping and I love going to Connecticut because I have cousins in Connecticut. So I'm going to fill this all up. Okay. And that's the first part of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to let you pause the video right now. And your teacher probably gave you a map of your heart. Don't put the things in, don't put Mrs. Marshall in your heart because you don't even know Mrs. Marshall. So think about things that are important in your heart and put those in your heart map. Okay. And then we'll come back and we'll finish this up. Okay. Go. Okay, welcome back. So now you've made your heart map, and your heart map might look like mine, but your heart map is going to have things from your heart inside it, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one thing from my heart map that I can tell a story about. Okay, let's see. I'm going to tell a story about. I'm going to tell a story about. I'm going to tell a story about going to school, okay? Because I'm the principal at Stony Lane. So I'm going to tell a story about Stony Lane. So let's see. One day, it's a good way to start a story is to say one day, because then I know it's a real story. One day when I know, when I first came to Stony Lane, the first day I was principal, it was actually at night, right? It was like the year before. And I came here to visit this school and our art teacher, Mrs. Williams, was having an art show, and all these people were coming up to me saying, "Oh, hi, you're the new principal. I want you to meet my son. I want you to meet my daughter." And they were telling me stories, and they were saying, you know, they were telling me all about their kids, right? But then what happened was this one little boy came up to me. His name was Christopher, and he said, "You're the new principal?" And I said, "Yes. What's your name?" And he said, "My name's Christopher." And he said, "I'm going to be in first grade and I love you." And he hugged me. And then I thought, wow, what a special school this is going to be. Do you see what I did? Do you see how I picked one thing from my heart map and I told a story of one thing that happened one time? about that thing in my heart map, that's something that you can do too. So now you go back to your heart map, you pick one thing from there that you can tell a story about and tell the story. And that's how you're going to get your first story. Okay? Have fun with that. And I hope you write lots of beautiful stories with your heart map. I'll see you next time.